Hello, and welcome back to the capital's catacombs. The Leyndell catacombs, I believe. I'm going down because I wanted to check this real quick. There's nothing, so I'll go back up. Yeah, last time I got here from the subterranean shunning grounds via the ladder path and past the lobsters. I upgraded my hammer a bit. I upgraded the falling star beast jaw a bit. I believe there's a snail. I didn't actually explicitly remember the invisible walls. The invisible walls were just appropriately suspicious, and the spirit creatures made me think of the snails. Oh, the snails once we get to the Halig tree. Oh, there's like one very rough pair of snails because they summon the crystalline guys. And the crystalline guys are very dangerous. Yeah, we're in some catacombs. Oh, this is, okay, this is the, shortcut. Bye. Can't catch me. But the Halig trees, crystalline ones, are pretty dangerous. I don't really have anything. I have one thing that's kind of neat. I heard recently, like a fun, I don't know, I'm gonna call it a pedantic difference, but it isn't pedantic, it's actually a scientific difference. It's meaningful. About tardigrades, which is tardigrades are not extremophiles. They can survive in extreme environments, but they don't thrive. They don't specifically crave, require, desire extreme environments. Which is kind of, it's not really surprising, because like, the big thing with tardigrades is, they're called water bears, I think, and they can live at near absolute zero. I think they can live in space for some time. They can withstand extreme environments, but extremophiles are things that thrive in extreme environments. I'm trying to get them to explode themselves. Like, there are animals, or well, animals, I don't know if they technically qualify as animals. There are, and I'm gonna call them animals though. There are animals that live at, like, I haven't used this in a while. That live at the bottom of, like, the ocean around, like, high temperature vents. I don't know which one to shoot. Wrong one. And, like, they explicitly need to live by those vents because the heat is a relevant factor in their life. Whereas tardigrades don't require those extreme environments. I think that's where I need to go. And going this way would just result in me looping back to the start. Eventually. Because I think this might be the catacomb area where it loops. Okay, bad play. Well, bad play is not quite right. It was just greed, hoping that I could stagger. It's interesting, actually. Any punch or kick based attacks by these guys, you can't, at least with my weapon right now, I can't stagger them. But weapon based attacks, yeah, this is back to the start, I think. Weapon based attacks are, you know, able to stagger. It's an interesting distinction. Yeah, this is the one where to me it was like, oh, it's an infinite loop. Because I think those guys in the water there respawn because they don't actually die. Kind of neat. But, whoop. Up I go. And I have to be careful because I think I'm about to get ambushed. No. There's really nothing that attacks you if you run to here? What is this? No ambush? What a weird choice. Not attacking. Not trying to kill the player at every moment. They're going easy on us. I say as I almost get insta-comboed by an imp. Because if I think if he hit all his hits, he would have bled me and I would have died. Yeah, I was talking about tardigrades. Tardigrades are fun. I do have Godfrey still. Okay, good. Because tardigrades, I really like that distinction. Like, you would assume, oh, tardigrades can survive in extreme locations, so they must be extremophiles. Or extremophiles, whatever the pronunciation should be. But, like, as the word phile means, they need to be explicitly interested in the thing in question to be an extremophile. Do I pull out the good weapon? I think I do. Again, it's upwards, not down. Let's go all out, actually. Let's try using one of these. That I believe improves damage to some extent. Ooh, good job. I hate this guy. Mostly because he has a bunch of dogs. I hate the dogs. I was hoping that he wouldn't roll and I'd be able to kill him before the dogs, but I died and did no damage. Because he knows how to roll. It's mostly the dogs. That was a bad attempt. I'm not going to use... I'll save it. I'll save those instead of wasting them here. It was a bad attempt. Might have actually gone better if I'd used the hammer, because then I would have the Chilling Mist out, and it would have potentially frozen and staggered the dogs. I mean, being able to kill dogs that easily is kind of nice. Okay. I love that his one single stab with his dagger is enough to stagger me. I guess I should just swing my sword. Instead of, like, not. Instead of only going for the... I'm gonna die. Those beams do a ton of damage. I love this. I love getting staggered. I'm dead. I love that they can apply bleed when you're already dead. Doesn't actually make any sense. Because they don't actually remove your body. I'm playing poorly, but I'm just kinda not a fan of how well the dagger daggers me. when there's so many like enemies that I hit with a giant hammer that don't get staggered. Just feels kind of bad. Not in range. I mean, I killed one of the dogs at least. In my opinion, this is one of the most annoying type of encounters because they have dogs and they have annoying spells that track you for 8 centuries and they are good at melee. Oops, lock on please. Yeah, like, why does his dagger stagger that much? Like, I do stagger him, but I'm using a giant greatsword. Bad heal. I'm not actually using a giant greatsword. I'm using a large greatsword. I just think him staggering me out of that kind of annoying. It makes sense balance-wise, it's just annoying. That is when you trigger bleed, you get bonus damage, I believe. Where am I? Where am I? Or where am I trying to go? Not where am I? Because I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm really not sure what I'm doing. I'm gonna stick with this because I might have to fight the lobsters. I'm lost. I'm lost and I'm thinking too much about Monster Hunter still. Because it's still the same sort of gameplay session as the past two when I was talking about Monster Hunter. Oh, I don't have the extra HP regen currently, so it's not going to be as much healing. See, the confusing part here is I pull this and this gets me back here. That's because that whole path is pointless. But there's also a grace at both of them, so what's the point? Like, I can just go from one grace to the other, so there has to be something down there that I'm missing. Somehow. Because otherwise, why does that path... I guess that path could exist for the people that want to not use any graces, so they have an easier way to get back, I guess. That would make sense to me. But I'm not sure. What I do know is there is another path that I know of. Oops. Okay, that's already gone. Good. And primary weapon. The following... I upgraded it a little. I'll use this for a bit. Except... I'll just run past. It's not taking my inputs how I want them to. It was too slow. Yeah, just run past them and drop down here instead. Whoop. I think this is the path that I need to do to get down to the fake Moog fight. I'm gonna die to rat. I'm also too heavy to roll. These rats do a lot of damage. If that was just the one rat hitting me. I need to swap this. I still can't roll. What? Oh, because of that. Okay. Because I could roll previously when I was carrying it and I had that equipped. But then I had since added the bonus addition of a random bow. I missed the near start of the game catacomb, because there's a catacomb, I think, right at the start of the game that has those fire spitters that you have to shoot with a bow. Let's just see how much I can do with this. I mean, I was hoping it would stagger before now, but it didn't. So I guess I'll just get poisoned. I guess I won't. I pressed R1, but it didn't accept that I wanted to hit it with a critical. Okay. R1. Or RB. I kind of prefer R1 instead of RB. Run. Oh, there's another little poison guy down there. That was way more damage than I was expecting. Oh, I'm blocked by its stamen, so I can't critical it. That's why I couldn't critical the other one. Its own stamen, I think it's a stamen, blocked me from hitting it. I hate this. It has a stamen thing. I'll heal once. Guess it's back to the good old jump attack spam. Because the criticals are just not reliable. It's really annoying. I don't have quite enough damage. That's super obnoxious. Oh, he missed. Baseball swing? Nope. Don't have enough stamina. And this time it worked. Yay. Well, I'm still thinking about Monster Hunter because of the baseball swing again. Fitting death. I don't know. I just don't have... I'm finally actually searching if it's Teostra. Oh, it's definitely Teostra, right? Teostra is definitely the one in Monster Hunter Rise that you fight. That was released before the... Oh, I really can't remember the name of the rocket dragon. Excuse me. The rocket dragon. Valstrax. Oh god, not Narwa. Ooh, Ibushi and Narwa. Those fights were real pain in Monster Hunter Rise. Like, they were kind of interesting, but they weren't a traditional fight. Like, they were kind of explicitly specific. Oh, you have to do it this way, you have to wait, you have to do this, you have to wait, attack, wait, and it was real pain. They were great spectacles. If I only had to fight it once, it would be great. But the fact that they had items that you could get, and I don't know how, I wasn't paying attention because I was thinking about, I think it was specifically the All-Mother Narwa fight. I just read the names while I was looking for Valstrax's name. Stupid hand. If only I had a fire weapon, because then they would be rolling on the floor and it would be a lot easier. Just kill it. I'm dead. I hate these hands when I don't have fire. I need a fire weapon. I need a fire weapon. Or I could get a fire pot to throw at it. I'll get a fire pot to throw instead. But having to grind a boss that isn't a normal boss, it's more of a spectacle fight. But having to do it like a dozen times wasn't very fun. You don't have to. You don't have to get... You don't have to do anything. Well, no. You have to have a good enough weapon to kill the enemy within like an hour. So you do have to grind at least a little. But it's a mix of stuff. That was not a fun one to grind. I think I fought like Teostra like a dozen times or something. Or maybe half a dozen times. I fought him a bunch. Oops. I can't really see what's going on. A lot of damage from like 2 hits from a couple hands. Wrong button. Okay, so let's see if this will hit. Then it rolls around to put the fire out, and then I kill it. Wonderful. Dung Eater. I'm just gonna kill him. I have no interest in helping him, but I'll wait a second. I have to actually press a button. Got him. He's no more. I didn't give him any of the seed bed vestiges, none of that. I've gotten the achievement for that, and so I don't feel the need to do it just for the sake of an achievement that's not going to matter. Reduces all damage negation status resistance for nearby foes. That seems like it could be interesting. Like, depending on how long it lasts, you use this, then you swap back to your main weapon and you kill it faster. I don't think I will mess with that, but it could be interesting. Also, this is not where I think I wanted to be, which means that I guess I have to go back down to Lobsterland, and maybe I missed something in the catacombs, or I missed this. There's a hole. I hate this area because there's just so much that exists. And now I have the best item activated. And left and right, and left and right. I think this is where I want to go. And by want, I mean... there's a boss this way eventually? Oh, no it isn't. Well, I mean, there's something there eventually. I'm not going to waste time killing all these slugs. I was going to, but it'd be a waste. Though, excuse me, if I get the alabaster sword, which is right there, if I can kill them all with one activation, that'd be pretty funny. I figured it wouldn't kill them all. I'll kill them because I already did it once now, but let's see how much it takes to kill them all. Just 3? It's not... ooh, actually. I should upgrade this weapon too. I really should, but what I should have done before I did any of that killing of them, I should have equipped the FP restoring. Also, I should have something else. Let's put the FP for now, actually. Instead of the roar, I put the Ancestral Spirit's Horn for restore FP on kills. Now I have HP regen that is pretty high. And if I kill stuff, I get a reasonable amount of FP back. Actually, let's just status. I am at 6 FP, so I assume it gave me 5 back. Just because that would be a nice number. Whoop. And they will usually go for nice numbers. Rude. So I killed 2. And I'm at 12, which means that it's 3 per kill, which is still a pretty good number. Oops. Oops. Like, 3 per kill will mean that I can... Like, this costs 11. As long as I kill 4 things, I'll have a net gain of 1 FP. When I use Chilling Mist, I'll go that way later. Wait, isn't there... I feel like there's some sort of meaningful thing that occurs here. Can they even... Good. I just want the FP. Come on. Kinda twisted. Murdering a bunch of slugs to restore my points. That was not a backstab. I mean, it could have been, but he'd already spun around before the backstab went off. Oh, not this area. Oh, no. I think there's one of those scurrying guys. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a bunch of these. It's still possible that there's one of those scurrying guys that I hate. Oh, yeah, right there. I can't see because of the Chilling Mist. And I died because I got greedy to try to heal and hoped that it wouldn't combo forever, but I should have expected that it would combo forever because these guys have no stamina. What is Amatsu? The Elder Dragon in a Monster Hunter game. It's Monster Hunter Rise. Oh, I guess it's probably Sunbreak, yeah. Cool. That's a spoiler. Oh, I guess, yeah. It's like Malzeno. I never encountered Malzeno. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I should have gotten a shortcut by now. Actually, no, I didn't go very far. So I shouldn't have a shortcut yet. Because it's the path to the right, not the path to the left. Sunbreak was cool. I didn't get far enough to see much. I think I saw the, like, Earth Monkey and fought him a bunch to get a new insect glaive. But other than that, I think I was kind of... Okay, I go that way after. I don't think I did much outside of farming that one monkey that I think was new to that expansion. I was just too busy to play enough. Which is a shame because for me, those sorts of games are very momentum based. If I play it, if I haven't played it in 3 or 4 months because I just don't have the time, I can't get back into it because it takes a little bit to get back into the how I play, more than just, oh, the basics of playing the game, but like what I'm planning, what weapons I'm using. I'm very... I hate these enemies so much. I hate these. These are genuinely the worst. I don't think there's anything that I hate more in this game. Like, they fit the game, they suit the game, they're not bad for the game. They're just the single worst enemy in the game. Like, I don't like Millennia's design because her one attack is so much stronger than the rest. But these guys are just so annoying. I'm aware that you can heal to stun them and they take damage from heals and stuff. That doesn't help if you don't have heals. Like, if you don't have heals because you're not running a faith-based build, you don't gain anything. You can't stun them with that if you don't have the necessary... I didn't even have the charge boost because I unequipped it to have the FP. Like, if you can't heal or cast a heal spell, you can't take advantage of it. Wow. Slugs. I hate slugs. Slugs and leeches. I think part of my issue with slugs is that they make me think of leeches. And the Series of Unfortunate Events movie really did a good job making me afraid of leeches. Well, I mean, there's only one movie. But the movie had... Oh, interesting. Interesting. The movie had, like, flesh-eating leeches that if you eat before you go out on a boat into the lake, they will know and they will swarm the boat, and then you will die, and they will eat you alive. And that made leeches horrifying. I mean, leeches are already kind of gross and scary because they latch onto you and suck your blood and unpleasant. Because who wants something like that? And then lampreys? No. Lampreys are gross. I pressed the button for a strong attack, and it didn't input because I input it slightly too early. And so I would have had to have let go and then started another input to get a strong attack going. And by the time I started inputting, it was too late. Lampreys. Ugh. I was gonna search it for my own image for myself. Oh, I didn't open the door to get the shortcut. The shortcut, I think, is going straight there. I guess I just have to run back. But lampreys have like circular mouths with teeth. They latch onto, I think, primarily fish and such, and then suck their blood in the same way as leeches do, I believe. Though I don't know if lampreys have analgesics, which reduce blood clotting. I don't know if they do that, which I believe leeches do, in fact, do. But like, whoop, I meant to jump over them, but I was too slow. Yeah, lampreys are gross. Let's preemptively heal, whatever. Big explosion. Oh, wait. Again, the fact that they're... Whoop, I'm dead. And there go my runes. Oh well. I got distracted. The fact that their fist-based attacks are, like, seemingly, like, extreme super armor is kind of crazy to me. Mostly the fact that it's just better than when they swing a weapon. Which I don't know if it makes any sense that it's that way. But it might make sense. I think I'll swap back to my other weapon for a bit. because it will probably be a better time for killing these, but it'll be a little bit better. I'll do more damage. I need to swap my charge in. Oops. Hopefully I'm not dead. I'm fine. Okay, good. I just need to leave and go back up. Rude. That's weird. It did it the previous time as well. I guess they didn't make it smooth enough. Rude. What a rude guy. I don't know. What's the thing about Monster Hunter and leeches? Leeches, bloodletting, and they're like, there is some legitimate medical application for leeches, or there has been in the last few decades. Whether it's actual medicine or like a semi-placebo-y medicine, I'm not sure. I just remember that in the mid-2000s, my mother, who is a doctor, it seemed to me like it was suggested that there are actual, or there might not be actual applications. It might be that they are actually used in hospitals. But there's some things where some hospitals might be unscrupulous. Some hospitals might do stuff just to make the patient feel more comfortable, because if they believe that it helps and it does no harm, then it helps a little. Like, if sticking leeches on somebody makes them feel better and it doesn't actually hinder their recovery, it's probably not that bad to do, other than the fact that leeches are gross. But leeches in modern medicine. Leeches in modern medicine. Do I know what ANU Research School of Biology is? No. So I don't know if they're trustworthy. It does have a dot. Australian National University. Gross. The first thing that shows up is a leech sucking, not an actual leech, but a diagram of a leech latched on somebody, and that's gross. Microsurgery. Interesting. It's apparently used in microsurgery. I can't read this because I'm playing a game and it's like written like a research paper, because that's kind of what it is, but apparently leeches are in the family of segmented worms? I wouldn't have assumed that leeches were like a worm. I don't know why I would have thought they were separate, but I did. I might be dead. I'm not. I mean, still might be dead, but bye. Okay, to the right. Backstab. I'm trying to read about leeches, though. I hate leeches. Leeches are gross. I hate medicine. A lot of stuff is very gross about it. Wow, they have a lot of references. Yeah, they have a lot of references at the bottom of this. Cool. Properties, accessories. Oh, there's an ANU undergrad course about appreciating parasites. There's a National Geographic article about leeches still being used in medicine. I'm not subscribed, so I'm not reading that. Leeches and maggots are FDA approved. Maggots are grosser. How leeches can save lives and limbs for some patients. Yeah, something about like the way their saliva behaves, or the way them pulling like blood out can help. I think delay issues can help with flesh necrotizing. I don't know. It's kind of neat. I still think leeches are absolutely abhorrent. And they're very gross. But it is interesting that they are not totally nothing when it comes to like medicine. Now the applications that were just bloodletting for letting blood out's sake, not really a good application. When it was believed that all health was based on the four humors, like blood, phlegm, bile, and I don't remember the last one. I am actually going to search the four humors. Lymph? The four humors might be lymph. The last one might be lymph. Mostly because that's a real thing that people have. Which also suggests that maybe the four humors wouldn't include lymph. Blood, phlegm, yellow bile, and black bile. 2 types of bile. And it's like lymph is related to white blood cells. I don't know if it's called lymph. We have like lymph nodes, and I think lymph is in lymph nodes. Like if you are sick, you have like a cold, like on both sides of your neck there can be swelling in the lymph nodes. Because it's something about white blood cells reacting to you being sick. I don't know enough because I'm not a doctor. I've never studied medicine. I've just been sick in the past, and my mother is a doctor, and so she has talked about this before, and it's relatively interesting. I didn't get that purple thing from the lower area. Womp. Womp. Hidden path ahead. That's probably not this. Okay, where am I? Oh, this is actually an important area. How'd that guy notice me? He didn't. Good. I'm gonna hope that he turns a little. Or maybe I sneak around to the right. Because it doesn't seem like he's moving. Can I sneak? Let's lock on. Sneaky, sneaky. I'm just reading about lymph because I'm kind of curious. It looks like lymph is not white blood cells. It is interstitial fluid, which I think is like fluid that's like a middle step. Good RNG. Not good RNG. I meant to say infinite stamina. Yeah, lymph nodes, lymph vessels. Ooh, there's a test tube with lymph in it. Gross. Mostly because thinking about where it exists in the body makes it gross. It doesn't look gross. It just... thinking about it is gross. Lymph returns proteins and excess interstitial fluids to the bloodstream. Lymph may pick up bacteria and transport them to the lymph nodes, where the bacteria are destroyed. And it is important for something. So it transports the lymph fluid. It's part of a fluid return process. Basically moving stuff around. Gross. Medicine is gross. I'm gonna get back my runes and then stop today. Because I'm talking too much about medical grossness. Oh, yeah, I don't like... It's weird. I'm really not comfortable with medical anything, pretty much. But it's interesting. But it's very gross. But as I'm running, I have a medical adjacent, minor horror story adjacent. When I was younger, I dove. Diving is done, well, if the diving board is properly not too old, it will have a rough surface so you don't slip. This rough surface combined with water was really bad for my feet. They would crack a bunch. Also, skip this if you don't. There's nothing's gonna happen in the game. Skip this if gross is gross. It's just a general warning. My feet would sort of crack, bleed, and like gradually got worse, and then it would start to crack and bleed, and I'd have to put hockey tape on my feet, mostly the balls of my feet, the front part, to reduce, you know, bleeding, to just have a physical barrier between my feet and the diving board. After a certain point, my parents found like gloves in a bottle, which provided enough of a barrier for my feet to not get absolutely demolished. But anyway, there's a lot of horror stories relating to that, having like feet that have like cracks, not deep cracks, but like surface level cracks going through them that would bleed. I'm gonna try to kill this guy, but I'll use a strong weapon. Wrong direction again, as always. But yeah, that would happen. And like for when training was like, oh, we'll try at home one day. Parents were like, okay, we can tape your feet, put little magnets to try to help me keep my feet together as I'm supposed to do when diving. But then the tape was being taken off. I was taking it off slowly. My dad was like, oh, you're taking it off. You're too slow. You should be quicker. Yanks it off, and a section of skin on the bottom of my foot just comes with it. Almost like there's a reason if the surface you're removing a bandage from, which this wasn't a bandage, it was tape. If you're removing a bandage from a surface that's not solid, you don't just yank it off. You do it slowly. Yeah. Didn't hurt because the skin was, I think, mostly dead. But it was kind of horrifying, and it bled a bit. And it's a horror story. Another horror story relating to this is how... I'm gonna get this open. Is how... And go to the grace, and then stop there. Is how, because of the cracks in my feet, and you wear socks have lint, it would collect in that. And sort of, as a byproduct of attempting to help my feet, my parents, for some reason, my mom had a wax thing that you can like put your hands in to moisturize your hands. I don't know. We did that. I'd put my feet in it, let it sit till it dries, and then peel it off, and it would take all the sock lint out. It was gross, but there was a certain element of satisfaction to not having sock lint in your feet anymore. Which, not having sock lint in your feet is very pleasant, you know? It's a gross story. But there was something about wax removing lint that was very welcome. And it doesn't make having your feet get destroyed by a diving board worth it. But it does... It is weirdly interesting. Okay. I should just not fight this guy right now. It's interesting, actually. It makes sense. Because I bet they resist magic to an extent. And this other one does better physical compared to the... Yeah, 18973. And it's probably a slashing type damage. Whereas this is like strike damage. So this is much better against these little imps that are basically stone gargoyles. I'm getting distracted because I was too focused on talking about my medical horror story. It's not really that much of a horror story. Like, it's not that bad. It's just kind of gross if you think about it. Yeah. Diving's a bad sport is all I can say about that. Don't dive. It's not good for your feet. Except the fact that nobody else that I dove with ever had an issue, so it's probably just that I had sensitive feet / sensitive skin. But that's beside the point. Don't dive. Not a good sport. Unsafe sport. Bad idea. Don't take up diving. I should be stopping, like, a while ago. Like, 6 minutes ago. What the... What? He just missed entirely. Oh, that face is funny looking. Okay, I'm gonna stand in here and stop. Assuming I don't get attacked. Kick that down. Yeah, time to stop. For today. I'll jump down there next time. And then I will probably be done with the Leyndell sewers after that. Hopefully. So that's what I'll do. So, have a nice day. Bye-bye.